Yes.
Game Stich. Stich leads 5 games to 4, third set, and by 2 sets to love.
So now John.
The moment of truth. Boris Becker, who has only ever lost to Stefan Edberg on this court, that on 2 occasions, has now to hold his serve to stay in it. The frustration continues thanks to the most wonderfully consistent play of his opponent. Perhaps that refreshing file will do the job, but I don't think even a magic potion now is enough. He's got to find some way of cracking the nerve of Stich, and there's been no sign of any weakness at all. I can only remember one really bad shot.
No, John. Becker has managed to hold on to 4 consecutive service games. He's had break point down, and he's still in the match. Fantastic effort there that Stich maintained a cool mind. But if we get into a tie-break, which is not beyond possibility, Becker definitely could turn the match around.
Quiet, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready.
(4-5) in the third set, trailing 2 sets to love.
Well, Becker plays an amazing volley there, but what a get and what control at absolutely full stretch. I really didn't think Stich could ever reach that one. Love 15. Always put it out. Water.
And the most dramatic moment for this to happen, that was a mishit return, so Becker checking nearly hits the ball out here, but finds a perfect length. Stich, in hitting his attempted pass, which Becker really should have killed, falls flat on his face. That only had to land anywhere in the court, and Becker would have won the point. But no. There he goes. But Becker missed, so it's love 30.
4-5, love 30. Double figures for Becker and aces.
15-30. All.
Oh, the super brilliant backhand throughout this match just lets him down there just when he needed a real cracker. Safe. That's incredible. That is really quite remarkable.
40.
So, a championship point
Please, thank
for
you.
Stich
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
after a remarkable,
Players play.
remarkable rally.
Thank you.
He's done it. He's done it. And there's the new Wimbledon champion.
6-4, 7-6, 6-4. Stich wins 3 sets to love. 6-4, 7-6, 6-4.
His third Wimbledon, and there he is, the champion. So a man who's lived in the shadow of Becker for so long as his Davis Cup colleague turns up trumps today with a remarkable performance. And who's to say that that isn't the first of many championships for this man, with the temperament that is so enviable. And Boris there, most people thought that he'd be champion for the 4th time today. He started as quite a heavy favourite with all his experience of this centre court and big play, and today suffering a 3-set defeat from his Davis Cup colleague. John, absolutely astonishing, but what a player.
Well, I think we've seen a quality of service returning, particularly on the back end, but don't forget there were some marvellous forehands too, and quality of serving, particularly the second serve, that has been unparalleled in recent years. It's one notch up from Becker himself in terms of quality of serve. It's faster, and the second serve certainly very much more difficult. And more than that, it's the nerve that he had and the calmness that he showed and the confidence and all the things that go to make a great champion. There they were in Michael Stich today. It was an admirable performance, and what a happy scene for everybody concerned with his development and his progress. And his father, a very happy man today, and his brother and mum up there too. Well, they could go home very content with the performance of a lifetime.
So the president comes out with the Duchess, the usual thanks and congratulations to the ball boys and ball girls, who've really done quite a remarkable job, like so many other people concerned with this Wimbledon. And I'm sure they must be as surprised as everybody in the sporting world will be at that 3-set defeat of Becker. And for Becker, who so generously in defeat there threw his arms round his Davis Cup colleague and congratulated him. It's a lovely gesture at the end of that, this 105th Wimbledon final. Well, that's what it's all been about, and on the for the first time, Becker goes forward here, and is the runner-up. Gets a silver solder as the runner-up. Silver solder instead of the gold cup that everyone thought that he would win again today. And here is the man of the moment, 22 years of age. He was around the area of Hamburg. And who would have thought at the beginning of this championship it would be the number 6 seed, the number 7 in the world, who would be taking that famous trophy, the Challenge Cup, presented to the club by King George V.
And since Open tennis began, only 7 players have won Wimbledon the first time they've appeared in the final. A momentous performance today.
John Bryson, the umpire. And incidentally, Metropolitan Police officer stationed at Central Traffic Control, New Scotland Yard. And can you imagine this man's feelings here? But had everything that a Wimbledon champion needs. A wonderful temperament, fit as a fiddle. He's had tests all along the way to the final. And in the final itself, composed and had every shot that you needed to see. And Alan Mills is just going forward. Alan Mills, former British Davis Cup player, member of the club, who coaches too, has done a tremendous job with his team behind the scenes, getting this championship that staggered along for so long in the first week. What a relieved man he'll be. Once had a Davis Cup victory, I believe, in Luxembourg. 6-love, 6-love, 6-love.
One of only 2 men ever to have achieved that distinction.
So, a memorable day for Alan, as well as Michael Stich. And let's not forget that he takes the cheque as the winner of £240,000.
Well, Boris Becker knows that feeling, both standing with the trophy. 3 times he's held it aloft, and twice he stood where he is now as the defeated finalist. But for Michael Stich, a very, very special moment, who first saw a grass court 2 years ago at Queen's Club. In men's tennis, he came to the Stella Artois and thought then how it suited his game, and told us how much he enjoyed playing on grass. Well, he certainly enjoyed himself today and showed a quality of timing and service power that really was quite awesome.
Well, John, he's done something that the great Baron von Kram didn't do. 3 times the runner-up at Wimbledon in the middle 30s, and Wilhelm Bungert in 1967, who lost to John Bromwich. They failed to make it.
The 5th German in history actually to reach a Grand Slam final, and the 4th to reach a Wimbledon final. And the customary parade around to the courtside photographers, which is so much appreciated by all those professionals who send their pictures all over the world to the various journals and magazines. And I think Wimbledon have got this well organised. It stops that awful scrum and crush and rush. Everybody gets a chance for a decent photograph.
Interesting thing, John, of course, as you know only too well, the Challenge Cup he's holding presented by King George V, but there's another one he'll get, of course, the Challenge Cup presented by the club itself.
And he'll get a replica of that one. And that is among the most prized possessions of all the champions. A little gold cup. Boris Becker has 3 of them on his mantelpiece at home. An exact replica in miniature.
Well, Becker plays an amazing volley there, but what a get and what control at absolutely full stretch. I really didn't think Stich could ever reach that one. Love 15. Always put it out.
Becker, who has only ever lost to Stefan Edberg on this court. That on 2 occasions. Has now to hold his serve to stay in it. The frustration continues thanks to the most wonderfully consistent play of his opponent. Perhaps that refreshing file will do the job, but I don't think even a magic potion now is enough. He's got to find some way of cracking the nerve of...
Quiet, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready.
Four, 5 in the third set, trailing 2 sets to love.
Yes.
Game 2. Stich leads 5 games to 4, third set, and by 2 sets to love.
So now John.
The moment of truth, Stich, and there's been no sign of any weakness at all. I can only remember one really bad shot.
No, John. Becker has managed to hold on to 4 consecutive service games. He's had break point down, and he's still in the match. Fantastic effort there that Stich maintained a cool mind. But if we get into a tie-break, which is not beyond possibility, Becker definitely could turn the match around.